Good morning, everyone. I'm Chiara Pannone, and in this lesson, I will talk about the United Nations Convention on the Right of Persons with Disabilities and the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, the role of Progetto Filippide in their promotion and implementation at national and international level. First of all, I really want to introduce myself. I was born in Rome in 1996. I attended the University of Rome for Italico, and I completed my master's degree with the thesis Progetto Filippide at the United Nations. I'm currently pursuing my studies in international cooperation. I've been working with Progetto Filippide for 5 years, and in addition to being a sport operator, I also deal with the international affairs of the association. Well, in this lesson, I make a brief reference to two fundamental treaties adopted by the United Nations concerning social inclusion. And later, we briefly analyze how Progetto Filippide guarantees their implementation. So, the Organization of United Nations was established after World War II. The coming into effect of the Charter of the United Nations on 24 October 1945 marks the official birth of the organization, which began its activity from the 1st January 1946. The main objectives of UN are the maintenance of peace and security, the promotion of human rights, the promotion of economic development, and humanitarian assistance. Focusing on the goal of promoting of human rights, we see how the UN represents the main supporter in the international legal recognition process of human rights, through the adoption of binding legal agreements for the member states. Among these, we find the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. The process that led to the adoption of the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities was slow and complex. On 26 December 2006, the United Nations adopted the CRPD. It is an instrument of international politics. It is intersectoral and transversal to different disabilities, and it governs all aspects of the life of people with disabilities. The purpose of CRPD is to ensure the implementation of human rights to people with disabilities in all member states that ratify it. The convention consists of a preamble and 50 articles, and it is also provided with an optional protocol which identifies two procedures necessary to reinforce the implementation and the monitoring of the convention itself. In particular, I would like to focus on Article 30 of the CRPD, which governs participation in cultural life, recreation, leisure, and sport. Particularly, I would paragraph 5, focuses on the right to sport for people with disabilities. In fact, it shows how sport and in general physical activity play a fundamental role in the life of people with disabilities. The practice of a sport allows them to realize their potential in an optimal way. It helps to develop social skills and autonomy. It is to communicate effectively by emphasizing the importance of cooperation. This skill can then be transferred to other contexts, improving the ability to act within the society. Furthermore, sport highlighting the potential of people with disabilities, reduces discrimination against them, and promotes interaction in a positive positive context without prejudice. In addition to the Convention on the Right of Persons with Disabilities, another text worthy of note is the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. It is much more recent, but as the Convention, it aims to promote human rights, eliminate inequalities, and create a sustainable society. On 25 September 2015, at the Summit of Sustainable Development, the General Assembly of the United Nations adopted the document entitled Transforming Our World, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. The document outlines 17 world goals and 169 affiliated targets to be achieved by 2030. The 17 goals and the 169 targets balance the three dimensions of sustainable development: economic growth, social inclusion, environmental protection. Regarding the disabilities, this is mentioned in particular in the objectives that deal with the protection of fundamental rights. The goal number 4 concerns quality education, goal 8, dignified work for all, goal 10, regarding the reduction of inequality, goal 11, construction of sustainable cities, and goal number 17, focuses on reinforcing collaboration among states. Is it clear now that people with disability are in a condition of evident disadvantage, since even in the most developed countries? The chance of receiving adequate education, being able to enter in the world of work, or simply moving freely around their city are for people with disability undoubtedly limited. In addition, it limits social inclusion. It also causes a worsening of the quality of life. Now we can see the goals of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Goal number 1, no poverty. Number 2, zero hunger. Number 3, good health and well-being. Number 4, quality education. 5, gender equality. Number 6, clean water and sanitation. Number 7, affordable and clean energy. Number 8, decent work and economic growth. Number 9, industry, innovation and infrastructure. Number 10, reduced inequalities. Number 11, sustainable cities and communities. Number 12, responsible consumption and production. Number 13, climate action. Number 14, life beyond water. Number 15, life on land. Number 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions. Number 17, partnership for the goal. Now, let's see how Progetto Filippide fits into the international scene and how it managed to guarantee the implementation of the two illustrated treaties. First of all, it's necessary to say that Progetto Filippide is a sport association that carries out training and preparation activities for competition for people with autism, and is recognized as an NGO by the United Nations since 2019. Progetto Filippide, thanks to the sport activity proposed concerning people with autism spectrum syndrome, guarantee the full implementation of Article 30 of the CRPD. Participation in cultural life, taking part in cultural life and leisure activities. In particular, the paragraph 5 that regulates the possibility to practice sports at all levels for people with disabilities. The Association Progetto Filippide is an important means of implementation of Article 30 for several reasons. including the proposal to athletes with autism of a nightly effective sports program that aims at physical and mental well-being and their social integration. Moreover, because it is a free service open to all. The sporting activities proposed by Progetto Filippide are made possible thanks to municipal and state subsidies, which guarantees the possibility for the community to take advantage of a necessary and fundamental service such as sport, a vehicle for inclusion in the implementation of Article 30. Furthermore, Progetto Filippide, thanks to the activity proposed to people with disabilities, is an important tool to implement the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, in particular, Goal 10, which aims to reduce and eliminate inequalities within countries. Well, with this brief excursus, I hope I have solicited your curiosity about the importance of sport, not only for the physical and mental well-being of everyone, but also for its fundamental social role. Thanks for the attention. For any questions, requests, or information, please send me an email.